Aliens, close encounters, and unidentified flying objects. Since the early days of the silver screen, Hollywood has used the subject of UFOs to entertain us, scare us, and touch our hearts. Yet is the UFO phenomenon more fact than fantasy? Could man already have proof of alien contact? From the beginning and throughout the ages, man has pondered the meaning of his existence. In this vast universe, is man really alone? Journey into the unknown as we examine the extraordinary. Explore the possibilities as we unearth ancient secrets, decipher the mysterious, and endeavor to comprehend the unexplained. Do aliens really exist?
I think it has to be something out there. You know, Earth is kind of small in this really big universe. Got to be some other things going on out there.
Concealed from the public for over 50 years, you'll be amazed as pieces of the alleged Roswell crash debris are revealed for the first time. You'll witness the extraordinary evidence that's been hidden from the world, physical proof of alien contact.
This could be the proof that science has been looking for.
And you'll be shocked as you witness alien implants being removed from ordinary people. You'll go inside the real X-Files and uncover the test results the government doesn't want you to know.
We are definitely dealing with some kind of a non-human intelligence that is interacting with our plant, with our animal, and with our human life on the surface of this planet.
In one of the most extraordinary interviews of our time, former astronaut Gordon Cooper breaks his silence.
There were a number of extraterrestrial vehicles out there cruising around.
You'll be astonished as this real-life American hero discusses his close encounters with alien craft.
Small saucer flew overhead and put down some landing gear and landed out on the dry lake bed, only about 50 yards out.
And we'll analyze startling new UFO footage.
These craft, because of the bright light emitting off them, including the color coming off the bottom, are often referred to as motherships.
You'll be astounded as we examine the extraordinary, never-before-seen footage that's being filmed and photographed every day.
It's very much undeniable that these are not conventional aircraft, and they've been seen all around the world, and that should raise some serious questions with most people.
In one of the most controversial interviews ever filmed, former government scientist Bob Lazar discusses his scientific work on extraterrestrial craft at the top-secret military research facility known as S4.
There's no doubt in my mind these were alien craft. They absolutely were.
And is there a government cover-up? NASA has already officially admitted life on other planets exists.
The simplest explanation to us is that they are the remains of Martian life.
But if an extraterrestrial intelligence is already visiting Earth, how long have they been here? What does the military really know about aliens?
There's just no question but that information on this topic has been kept from the public.
You'll be at ground zero when close encounters come to life as we examine the extraordinary evidence that suggests we're not alone in the universe. Never before has a single program put this much evidence and footage on trial. If what you are about to see is real, it gives us answers to the greatest question of our time. Are we really alone? In the late 1950s, America entered the space race. NASA selected 7 test pilots to become the first astronauts in history. Major Gordon Cooper was one of the men chosen for the Mercury space program. His historic flight aboard Faith 7 lasted a record 34 hours, and he became the first man in history to orbit the planet 22 times.
3, 2, 1, 0, liftoff.
Astronaut Gordon Cooper returned to Earth as a true American hero.
All I can say is that it certainly is a great honor to be invited here and to be presented this award, and thank you all very much.
Today, Gordon Cooper looks back at his historic spaceflight.
It's very impressive out there and very awe-inspiring. And when you look out here at this big universe that God has created for us, it makes you feel about that tall. It's very humbler, but it's very impressive and very awe-inspiring to look back on Earth from space.
Before Gordon Cooper entered the space program, he had his own encounter with a different type of space traveler. While flying over Central Europe, his fighter squadron came upon a formation of UFOs.
There were a number of extraterrestrial vehicles out there cruising around, flying the same kind of formation we fly in our fighter. They didn't have wings, they were saucer-shaped, and we never could get as high or as fast as they were, so to really positively identify them, but they were metallic looking and saucer in shape. And they could do a few maneuvers that we couldn't do in an airplane, like just horizontally displace themselves rapidly, be flying along and just move over rapidly.
Gordon Cooper's UFO sighting wasn't his only close encounter. In 1958, he was working as a project manager at Edwards Air Force Base in California.
I had a film crew working for me on a project I was doing to put a precision landing system in on the edge of the dry lake bed. And they were filming the various stages of the installation. And a small saucer apparently flew overhead and put down some landing gear and landed out on the dry lake bed, only about 50 yards out. And these were old pro cameramen who were used to flying in all kinds of vehicles to take all kinds of pictures. And so they picked up their cameras and started over toward it, and going to get some close-ups. And with that, it lifted up, put the gear back in, and at a very high rate of speed disappeared. So they came in to tell me what happened. I told them to get over to the lab and develop the film immediately. And I would go and look in the book, regulation book, and see what you're supposed to do, who you have to call to report these kind of incidents, which I did. And by the time they got back with the film, there was a higher and higher and higher ranked man preceding the last one, assuring me that I had to get those negatives into a pouch and that they had made arrangements already to get our commanding general's airplane reserved and take the films to Washington.
In an effort to organize open investigations of UFO sightings, Gordon Cooper wrote a letter to the United Nations in 1976, appealing for assistance. His letter stated, these are extraterrestrial vehicles visiting from other planets.
And it was presented to the council and certainly made a lot of people aware of a number of things that perhaps they had not been aware of before, so maybe it opened a few eyes.
Today, at age 76, Gordon Cooper reflects upon his experiences.
This universe is limitless and tremendous big universe, and we're kind of vain to think that we're the only ones that exist here.
I think it's extraordinary if a man of that caliber is publicly coming forward. Perhaps there is a sort of process of public acclamation going on, getting us used to the notion.
I think we'll find that there are probably hundreds of other planets that are habitated, and that there are all levels of civilization, some maybe at the same level we are, others that may be thousands and millions of years ahead of us in development.